Here that I'm starting to think about, though. You tell me your mom is extremely superstitious. You told me she puts holy water behind all the bars here. Do you think her being that way may actually be attracting some revolt with the spirits here? And maybe that might be linked to her being pushed down the stairs.
In that sense, I hadn't really thought about it as far as...
That's the first thing that stuck out in my mind, though.
Yeah, me too.
This building over the years has increasingly had more activity. In 1999, going into the year 2000, they flew in a voodoo priestess and they did a whole ceremony here.
In this building?
In this building, it was a Halloween stunt.
A voodoo, was she a legit voodoo priestess?
Legit, flown in.
And she did a voodoo ritual in this building?
In the mortuary. It was a whole Halloween...
If you don't know what a voodoo ritual is or what it can attract, roll clip.
Something just hit me, man.
Look at all the lives that came through here and had their services done here. In this chapel.
Yeah.
This is where the mourning happened.
Yeah.
And to bring in for entertainment an actual voodoo priestess, that's disrespectful.
Well, that's one of the problems with places like this is people, play up the fact that there's this history and don't realize that there is something
attached to it. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I think that this building is haunted not just because it was a mortuary. I think it's so haunted because it was a corrupt mortuary. There's spirits here right now, standing here. They're listening to us talking about this.
Maybe they'll give us some answers.
They will give us some answers. Hey, you know what? I got an idea. What? They say, listen, no, they say a lot of these spirits that they see here are a lot of the old gold miners. Yeah. A lot of these gold miners were actually killed for the price of their corpse. Yeah. So what if we went before our lockdown and worked like some of these miners did, and that way we could have a common bond with these spirits?
As the sun gave way to storm clouds, we traveled 30 miles north of Seattle in hopes of retrieving a trigger object that would help us get the answers we were looking for.
We know a lot of the spirits at Butterworth and Sons mortuary were miners, and it's said that they were actually killed for the price of their corpse. That's why we called upon Vince, who's a gold miner up here in the Pacific Northwest. And that's Silent Chuck back there. Silent Chuck doesn't talk. We're on the banks of the Skykomish River, and we are mining for gold right now. Why don't you guys put a camera down? Let's all pan.
I'm ready to find me some gold.
Whoa, look at this one. See that? Nope, that's Micah.
Hard business being a prospector out here.
I still think it's gold. I don't care what Vince said. Jeez, dude. Go find your own spot. All you do is you're splashing and splishing like a little boy over here. I'm trying to mine gold. You're over here splashing. I cleaned this area.
I don't know if you can see it, but that little tiny thing on top of that rock, gold.
I'm starting to get the wrist movement down.
Man, I'm not saying anything that sounds good today. Silent Chuck, did I make Silent Chuck laugh? Did you get on camera?
Yeah, I got him.
I made Silent Chuck laugh. The patience of a prospector. We're doing good. We're filling this little bottle up with a lot of, they call it flake gold, but you get enough of it, and I think we can melt it down into some bullion. There it is. Look at all that gold right there. That's awesome. I think we got what these spirits are looking for. Although, we might have to just cash this out. Too much hunting ghosts, you can lose your mind. Aaron is that example.
Leading us to where you are?
Chills, like it's cold right here. Like, you feel that?
Are you mad that somebody killed you for the price of your corpse? The sun has set. It's nighttime in Seattle. And hopefully we're getting ready to get locked in the most haunted building in all of Seattle. And that's what we're getting ready to find out. Karen,
Okay, ready?
you ready to lock us in here?
Yep, there you go.
See you at morning time.
See you in the morning.
Actually, will you come in with us about midnight? Come back here. I want you to come in and do an EVP session with us.
Okay.
So we'll see you back here at midnight.
All right, see you at midnight then.
Okay, come on, guys.
Okay, see ya.
Right now, we just got locked down inside of the ER Butterworth building, Seattle's very first mortuary that handled thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of bodies came through these brick walls right here. And these bodies were victims of disease, murder, mining accidents, everything. And we're here to find out why this corrupt mortuary is so haunted. But I think because of what ER Butterworth was involved with, and he didn't care about murder or foul play. All he did was stick the bodies in that crematorium and incinerate the evidence. So we're here to find out if there's some angry souls still trying to look for closure. Okay, right now what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the 4th floor, and this is where some construction workers were actually doing some renovations, started experiencing a bunch of unexplained activity, and took a picture and captured what appears to be an apparition wearing an early 1900s dress, and they don't like when people go up here.
We decided to use a new piece of equipment called a digital field processor, a device that measures audio signals so that we can visually see when a spirit voice is captured in real time.
When I stop talking, you're gonna see this LED scale over here go right about in the mid area. So I'll stop and you'll see that scale hover right about there. So if nobody speaks during those pauses and you see that scale of LED lights go up or down, that is the visual reference of an EVP being captured. We're not here to harm you. We're not here to cause trouble. We're just simply here to communicate with you. If you're trying to say something so you can rest, we're using this equipment so we can hear your voice. We need you to come to us and speak.
Chills, like it's cold right here. Like, you feel that? It's really cold right here in my hand. Feel that?
Is there somebody standing right here?
Are you leading us to where you are?
At this exact moment, our digital field processor captured an EVP, and it sounds like the spirit doesn't want us using this device.
Are you leading us to where you are?
Incredibly, as I listen in real time, I can actually hear an electronic voice phenomena of a spirit communicating through my headphones.
So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a trigger object. A trigger object we use all the time and works great for us. They're objects that lure spirits. And there's actually been eyewitness accounts up here of a guy with a long beard. And they think that this guy was a gold miner. Somebody killed him to turn in his dead body to get a bounty from the mortuary here. So we're going to try and use gold that actually we got earlier today by panning for gold in the rivers of the Pacific Northwest.
Gold.
This is fresh gold that we just took out of a river where you may have mined. Are you mad that somebody killed you for the price of your corpse? Don't be angry at me. I'm just here to give you some gold. Actually, this is my gold. I'm sorry, but I can't give it to you because I found it. Actually, Nick and Aaron and I, we found this gold. But I can tell you where we found it.
I wouldn't tell him.
I wouldn't.
Did you hear what he just said?
We're not going to tell you where the gold is because then we're going to go back and get it all ourselves and clean up. You like that?
I just heard some yelling.
We're going to go back and get it all ourselves and clean up. You like that?
I just heard some yelling. I want to document that I just heard yelling. And that's why we use trigger objects. Because I just heard a response.
And it sounds like you're angry. So right now I'm gonna walk around and can you see this beam?
Yep.
Okay, this is putting out an infrared beam consistently, and I'm just gonna snap rapidly some still photos. It's an infrared digital still camera. I want you to show yourself. Can you manifest yourself, please? Can you please show yourself to us? If you show yourself to us, I'll give you gold. I'm not you.
Zach, try it by that entranceway where, isn't that where they shot it too? Or maybe
Yeah, somewhere around here.
I thought they were like walked up the stairs or something.
If you look very closely at the top of the stairs to the left, you can make out a creepy adolescent-looking figure that appears to be sitting on the top step. You can clearly distinguish 2 short legs, a torso, very thin arms, a head, and it appears to be disfigured. Once they know that you can hear them, it can lead to more activity.
I've never seen anything like this before.
We are on the unrenovated 4th floor of Kell's Irish Pub, former home to Butterworth & Sons Mortuary, where we've just taken a startling photograph of what appears to be a child apparition. And I do want to document, I felt twice 2 different energies go through me. Only moments after I took that photo and felt those energies, we captured this intelligent and relevant EVP. You'll hear a scratchy sound, but listen carefully to the deep voice that's embedded in the white noise. Only moments I felt twice 2 different energies go through me. Was this spirit referring to the small childlike figure that I had just photographed on the stairs? All right, right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab Karen, and Karen's family owns the Butterworth building. So what we're gonna do is because she's been here so long, we're gonna try and help her out a little bit, and we're gonna let her hunt these ghosts with us. She's gonna let us out. We have a private entrance to go into the chapel where they had all the funeral services, and we're gonna go over there because that's been a hotbed of activity. Hi.
Hi.
We're ready to go now?
Yep, way to go.
Want to go in first? Karen, have you ever done an EVP session?
No.
You never have? Do you know what it is?
Not really.
These are digital recorders, okay? You see that? Folder A00, there's no files on here, okay? And spirits, they speak and they can be picked up by the sensitivity of these microphones.
Okay.
The audio signals that are filtered through this recorder, they speak within that ambient noise. First, I need to ask you, is that something that you want to do? Because once they know that you can hear them and you're trying to contact them, it can lead to more activity. You cool with that?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. So it is true that in this room here is where a chef that used to work in that restaurant right there, right? He was on a ladder unscrewing a light bulb.
So he's on a ladder, he's changing the light bulb, and he sees this procession of people walk through the ladder.
And this is where they had the funeral services.
Right.
So this was a procession of people coming to a funeral service.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold these 2 recorders out, hold them straight out, try not to move the recorder, and we're basically just going to try and talk with them, just like they were standing right in front of us. Is there anybody in this room that will come over here and talk with us and just tell you a little bit like who you are and why you're here? What year did you pass away? And just tell you a little bit like who you are and why you're here.
Are you responsible for making people pass out front?
What year did you pass away?
You used to conduct services in here for funerals?
Do you want to say anything, Karen?
They're more than welcome to stay. This is their home. But if there's any sort of message they need to tell us, please let us know.
Can you tell us who you are and why you're not at rest?
But if there's any sort of message they need to tell us, please let us know.
Can you tell us who you are? It was now time to return to base to immediately review our audio with Karen and determine whether or not we just captured any EVPs. So remember the EVPs I was telling you about, how when you capture them, it sounds like they're right next to you?
Right.
They'll be like, they'll talk to you, they'll tell you stuff. So we'll go through here. I haven't heard them yet either, so we'll just go through and listen to them.
Sounds like some heavy breathing right there.
Well, I hear it like right,
Here.
I hear it right now and then here.
Right now I'm in here?
I thought you said you were here.
What do you hear now?
I heard get me out of here.
Get me out of
Why are you in this room?
The here is long.
Get me out of here.
That was pretty good. I've never seen anything like this before.
All right, well, that's good. You can be released. Here, listen, from there.
I couldn't hear that all the way over here.
And what's it say? What's it say?
Out of here.
That is clear. That is clear. The more and more I listen to it, it does sound. Although we did catch an apparent voice, we'd have to give this EVP a C-grade rating because the voice tone is soft and you have to listen to it multiple times to try and decipher what is being said. Get me out of here. But to have someone who has never heard an EVP before make out exactly what is being said, even when standing on the other end of the room,
I couldn't hear that all the way over here.
this definitely tells us that there's a spirit down there that wants out, and so does Karen. Karen, are you sure you don't want to stay the rest of the night with us?
No, honey. I think I'll just go and indulge in a few spurts.
She means the spirits that you drink.
And we're hearing someone walking around down here. It was loud.
Somebody in there? We are locked down at Kel's Irish Pub in Seattle, Washington. This building used to be home to the city's first all-service mortuary. We hadn't even finished setting up for the next stage of our investigation when the unexplained activity began again.
Aaron and myself set up 2X cameras here in the chapel. One's here going down, the other one Aaron set up. And we're hearing someone walking around down here. It was loud. And it's like it's right here with heavy boots.
Somebody in there? Guess not.
Those cameras caught it. Looks like we could hear it clear up here. And there's nobody down there. That's completely sealed. No, it stopped. It's down there. That's what I'm telling you. No, it stopped. It's down there. That's what I'm telling you. No, it stopped. It's down there. That's what I'm telling you.
captured it too.
Down in that other room.
Who's in here walking around? Come on, do something. I hear you walking around.
Did you hear that? There's shuffling going on back here.
I did hear that.
Don't roll EVP.
You mean your EVP?
Yeah. Are you in here, Mr. Butterworth? Do you like the fact that we're in here and we're trying to capture you? Do you hear that? Do you like the fact that we're in here and we're trying to capture you?
Was this spirit mistaking Aaron's digital recorder for a bomb? You must also remember it takes a lot of energy for spirits to communicate. That's why we can't always hear them with our own ears. But thanks to the ultra sensitivity of our microphones, we can capture their voices through the white noise. And even though they may be screaming, our digital recorders often capture their voices as harsh whispers, which also carry their own audio wavelengths, seen here during our analysis. It was now time to investigate the bar area at Kells. Hey, ER Butterworth. Are you in here, buddy? This is where you stored all the caskets, right here, in this room. For the business that you ran off of people dying. I don't have a problem with that. We all die. But what I do have a problem with is what you were involved with. You were involved with a convicted killer, a lady named Dr. Hazard who used to starve her patients to death, and you knew this. And you took care of all her victims here in your building. You even displayed the wrong corpse to her family once. Right while I was talking about the evil Dr. Hazard, my recorder captured this intelligent response with a weird beeping sound. Was this one of Dr. Hazard's victims seeking revenge? You even displayed the wrong corpse to her family once. Is there any? Wow. Something just stood right up on me. Was I feeling the presence of the same entity that just spoke to me? Aaron.
What's up?
I want you. Nick and I are going to stay here.
Okay.
By ourselves. I want you to go back to the 3rd and 4th floors on the other side of the building. By yourself. I want you to take a digital recorder.
I hate that floor, man.
I know you do. I know you do. But listen.
All right.
That's why I want you to go there.
Okay.
Go back. Okay? Do some EVP. All right? That's a long hike. He's got to go down to the basement level, then back to the stairwell, up 4 flights of stairs on the other side of the building. I'm calling upon all dead, for all those who lost their lives and bodies destroyed and incinerated in this building, I call upon thee. Whoa. We're in the building that once housed Butterworth & Sons mortuary. Its current tenant, Kells Irish Pub, is haunted by the souls who were cremated here. Against his wishes, we sent Aaron alone upstairs to the unrenovated and highly active 4th floor. There, we hope he will capture electronic voice phenomena from the dead. Hey Nick, I got an idea. While Aaron goes off by himself, why don't you and I try this new piece of equipment? Right now we're using an inductive microphone. That's what this is. This inductive microphone is plugged into a regular digital recorder that we use, and we also have an external speaker so we can try and have a live conversation with a spirit. And this microphone is actually communicating by using electromagnetic waves.
The stairs to the top of hell. I mean, Kells. My bad. Oh, man. This is where they got the photo of the guy looking at him through the wall.
This is also where we just captured what appeared to be a small, disfigured child sitting on the top of the stairs leading to the roof. We also captured this relevant spirit voice that was possibly looking for what we took a photo of.
If that was you, could you come over and just tell me that it was you or something? Just say, hey, it was me, or whatever you want, right here.
I'm calling upon all dead, for all those who lost their lives and bodies, their shells were destroyed and incinerated in this building. I call upon thee.
How many bodies were brought into this room? You used to like stacking the caskets in here? You used to like stacking the caskets in here?
I need to hear your voice. I need to hear it now. I need you to do something, say something, or make something move, be thrown, whatever. We're about to leave here tonight. After the sun comes up, we're out of here. So this is your chance to let the world kind of know what you have to say.
Will you communicate with us? Use this device here and speak. Use the energy it's putting out and talk. It should be very easy for you to speak to us.
Whoa. You hear that? Whoa. You hear that?
Was this spirit asking us to stop our investigation? With that clear command from the dead, we granted its wish and left with enough evidence to validate that the E.R. Butterworth building is in fact haunted by some very social souls. Soon after, we met up with paranormal experts Mark and Debbie Constantino to help validate the night's best evidence. All right, we brought in Mark and Debbie Constantino. We've had you guys analyze some stuff of ours before. We were taking pictures with our infrared digital still camera. Go ahead and look at that. You're gonna notice something at the top of the staircase.
Oh yeah, I can see it right here.
The more you look at the face, you can see like chubby cheeks, you can see eyes, and that is awesome. You look at this picture and there's no way you can miss it.
We thought it was like a child. There's a little girl's spirit that is seen in this building. Now, what I'm about to show you is an EVP that was captured moments after this.
I hear child.
You do?
Yeah. Right there.
You want me to tell you what?
Yeah.
We thought it said, looking for my child, looking for my child, looking for my child.
Once you pick up child, then you can pick up the rest of it, and that's really common with EVP. You'll pick up one word, and then you can track either before or after because you got the tone of what you're hearing.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that that EVP might be related to this picture?
I don't see how you could not correlate the two.
And that's why we show these pictures to you guys, because you can pick up stuff that we didn't.
That is a crazy picture.
Yeah.
That's why we love sharing our evidence.
Yeah, that's a great picture.
Cool. Whether they died of natural causes, were murdered, or ravaged by disease, Seattle's dead had one thing in common. Their bodies were disposed of at Butterworth & Sons mortuary. Calling upon all dead.
Whoa.
Today, the Irish pub that calls the Butterworth building home must share this space with the unrested souls still in search of justice for their unsolved murders. Souls still in search of justice for their unsolved murders. Would you guys team up with us and tackle this lockdown?
In a second.
So this Chinese massacre happened right here on the grounds of Pico House.
Turned into a riot. They would hang them and then stomp their bodies. Their spirits are here. They live here.
Shut up, shut up.
My name is Zach Bagans. I never believed in ghosts until I came face to face with one. You wanted us. You got us. So I set out on a quest to capture what I once saw onto video. With no big camera crews following us around, I am joined only by my fellow investigator, Nick Groff, and our equipment tech, Aaron Goodwin. The three of us will travel to some of the most highly active paranormal locations where we will spend an entire night being locked down from dusk until dawn.
You have reached your final destination. Hell.
Raw. Extreme.
Stop! Stop running!
These are our ghost adventures. The Pico House Hotel in Los Angeles has seen it all. Lavish parties, race riots, and even a bloody massacre right outside its front door. The roots of this building go all the way back before Los Angeles was even a part of the United States. This building has never been investigated before. Tonight, the Pico House is ready to open its doors exclusively to the Ghost Adventures crew because of what unexplained paranormal events have been occurring here. Joining us on this investigation will be the guys from Hollywood Ghost Hunters who have been hunting ghosts for over 30 years. Kane Hodder, who played Jason in Friday the 13th. R.A. Mihailov, you know him as Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. And Rick McCollum, a stuntman and actor. These are men who know fear and have looked it in the eye. They'll be with us for the ultimate Hollywood lockdown at the Pico House that in 1871 housed a racial riot of epic proportions. A little more than a year after the Pico House opened its doors, the bloodiest riot in the history of Los Angeles erupted right outside. 19 people were viciously killed. Los Angeles, California, where as the Kinks once said, everybody's a dreamer, everybody's a star. And like a great Hollywood script, steeped beneath the glitz and glamour lies darkness, drama, and death. And we are here to dig it all up. When did Los Angeles become a part of the United States?
1849, the Treaty of Guadalupe was signed. Mexico sold the California area for $15 million.
Fast forward now to the 1870s. This hotel was built by Pio Pico, who was the last Mexican governor prior to the annexation by the United States.
In June of 1870, the Pico House, the first three-story hotel in the city, opened to great fanfare. With its grand double staircase, courtyard, and French restaurant, it was the finest hotel in Los Angeles. But its tranquility and opulence would be short-lived, as LA entered into one of the most tumultuous times in its history. At the core was the Chinese population, numbering just under 200 people. So this Chinese massacre where all of these people were killed, murdered, violently, gruesomely, happened right here on the grounds of Pico House.
This 500 feet of street was Chinatown. It was not unusual to have stabbings, shootings, and killings. I think this was the wild, wild west. Yeah.
No doubt.
An incident occurred on the evening of October 24th. A shooting between two rival tongs resulted in the shooting of a police officer. And the officer died, and the local community rose up.
What descent was the officer?
Anglo.
Okay, he was a white man.
Yes.
Who killed him?
The Chinese were shooting at each other. He got
the
the
Chinese
crossfire.
bullet that killed a white police officer.
That's correct.
Okay.
The word had spread out into the community that the Chinese, who at that time were not well liked,
that even made them even more not well liked, right?
Yeah, it turned into, I think, what you would call a riot.
Yeah.
We are here because this, one of the bloodiest riots in LA's history, must have left some kind of psychic scar at this location. The violence, the emotions, the rage, the deaths. We believe this horrible massacre created some kind of spiritual shockwave or portal. Our mission here is to prove its existence. But just as important, we are here to find out if these lost souls are still here wandering this location.
They would hang them, and then they proceeded to shoot them, drop them onto the ground, and then stomp their bodies.
Jeez.
Many times we feel the emotions of spiritual energy pass through us, a taste of what they felt at the time of their horrific deaths.
Their spirits are here. They live here, and part of who they are, frankly, part of who the Chinese American community is, resides in this location.
Aside from the deadly riot, the Pico House was in the center of one of 19th century LA's most violent areas, so there's no telling what deadly crimes occurred here that went undocumented and may contribute to its reported hauntings. We came here for answers, so we spoke to those who witnessed these poltergeists.
When a film crew was here last, it was a full-blown movie. They had security guards here on the second floor. That security guard was so frightened because he had to stay here the night by himself, that in the morning, he turned in his keys and quit, just out and out quit. So he could not come back to this building because of all the disturbances that he had seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Did the security guard ever come up front and say why he was so raged?
Absolutely.
What did he experience?
He saw toolboxes begin to shift and move violently, and then would stop.
Anything else?
He indicated that when he was investigating what he had heard noises on another floor, was walking down the stairs and felt somebody kick him in the back.
Felt somebody kick him in the back. And this is all just from one night.
That's right.
We have 24-hour security here, and one of them reported he would see a gentleman with a long beard walking along the top of the roof. He'd get up to the top of the roof, and no one was up there. He was in another portion of the monument one day, and he saw some flyers. He took a look at the picture and just turned white, because what he saw was an advertisement for book discussion on Governor Pio Pico. His partner looked at him and said, "Are you okay?" And he says, "That's the guy I see on the roof every night." That security guard is now transferred out.
So when I came in to open the museum, I had to turn on the lights. So what happened is I seen like the shadow right next to me.
Did you feel threatened?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Well, I'm telling you, I got frozen.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're not telling me. You got to.
Well, I'm telling you.
All right.
So anyway, so I got.
Damn it! Tell me what happened.
Well, I'm telling you, you're not paying attention. So I got frozen, and then finally I said, you know what? I need to turn on the lights. So I ran and turned on the lights, and
It was gone. You ran from the dark shadow man.
yes.
He was like an evil spirit or
Yes.
something, and you felt threatened.
Well, yeah. Hello.
Do you have any inclination of who it may have been?
Well, no.
It's like interrogation.
It's like,
Tell me where you were on this
night.
I think they know why we're here. We're standing in the eye of the storm.
this was a violent area. This Pico house, man, was in the heart of all that racial tension, all that violence. Man, you don't know what happened in here. This was a violent. Have you ever had a crew like us come here and be locked down for an entire night and investigate?
We have not. This is the first time.
Ooh-wee.
Good luck.
Pico House. Without further ado, we are the Ghost Adventures crew. And if you are kicking security guards in the back and throwing his toolboxes all around, we open our arms to that, because we're here to document that. And you could thank Robert for allowing us to be in here with you all night. Sorry to get you involved on this one.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Sometimes there's a brief thought in my mind when I'm about to kill somebody. What if I snapped and just choked them until they died? Choking part, I could...
To go behind the scenes of Ghost Adventures and to get more of an inside look of the making of Ghost Adventures, go to travelchannel.com and check out our Encounters videos. With our lockdown just hours away, we headed toward Hollywood to meet a few local ghost hunters. Fear is not in their DNA, and we felt adding them to our investigation crew would help us solve the mysteries of the Pico house.
We're at the Dapper Cadaver Prop House here in Los Angeles with none other than Kane Hodder. Kane, we know you most notably from what kind of horror film?
Well, most people know me from the Friday the 13th movies. I played Jason for 16 years. The only person to play the character more than once.
What's it like, man? Because I go around the world and I hunt demons because that's part of my blood. You know, there's a sick, dark part of me that enjoys this. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I know this is a fictional thing in these movies, but is it, do you like, I mean, you love this, right?
You know I do. As part of my success playing characters like this, I love to kill people. Yeah. I love the violence. I love the coming up with new ways of doing it. Any actor you ever talk to that has done a scene with me that has died in the movie will say, you know, that wasn't very easy.
So how was it playing, you know, Leatherface and Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I mean, what is it? Do you just love playing these kind of roles and stuff?
Yeah.
Is it in your blood?
Yeah, it is. When I was a kid with my friend, whose father was the town undertaker, we started making our own little horror movies. We got mortician's wax. We used to sleep out, and one night it rained, and we actually went into the funeral parlor and slept where a body was on display.
Are you slept near the body?
Yeah. So that's...
Your Leatherface, I'm not surprised by that. Yeah. You know? So blood, gore, death, this has been with you since a child.
Yeah, forever.
Oh, common bond.
Yeah, I actually play mostly monsters. I played the title character of Dark Wolf. I played the monster in Deep Star 6. But a lot of what I do is doubling the people in the horror icons, like Sid Haig and actually R.A. and Kane.
As stunts?
As stuntman, yes.
Okay, very cool.
The big screen isn't the only place these horror movie icons get their chills. They're also the cast of their own paranormal investigation team, the Hollywood Ghost Hunters. They will add to our strength, smarts, and experience.
Now, how did you come to form Hollywood Ghost Hunters, and how did you get involved in the paranormal?
Well, you know, my buddy Rick McCollum, who co-founded the group with me, both always independently involved in hunting for ghosts just as a hobby. And then we did a movie.
What drew you to that?
You know, I don't know. I just always was fascinated by it. And so was he, and he had some experiences when he was young, and we were doing a movie in Mansfield at the prison.
Kane and I were filming a movie called Fallen Angels, and we were all the way back in the cell block at the very end. And he and I were walking back, and he said, hey, why don't we ghost hunt a little bit? And I didn't know that he was into it.
This is while you were filming a movie?
Yeah, we'd already filmed, you know, we were done for the day, and we'd been just looking around. And he said, let's ghost hunt.
I like these guys already.
I never started a group until I found Kane. And what happened is everybody else was the kind that would tiptoe, and if there was a noise, they went backwards. Didn't want that. Wanted somebody that would go forwards. We were walking along that long cell block, At the very end, I looked up and I saw a shadow man walking along. And I turned around to say something to Kane, you know, the big, scary Jason guy. And I turned around and he's gone. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm never going to find anybody. I mean, even Jason runs away. So I turn around back this way and I look and he's running at a full sprint right after it. Right then I thought, this is the guy who's got to be my first partner.
We realized that both of us were equally as interested in the paranormal, so we just decided to form a group of people that normally make a living by trying to scare other people. Everybody in our group has something to do with horror movies. We just decided to form the group and see if we could, you know, experience some of the stuff you guys do.
What if I was to ask you if the Ghost Adventures crew would team up with the Hollywood Ghost Hunters, and I say, let's tackle a location here in Los Angeles that's never been investigated. It's got history, like as dark could be. It's been abandoned for a long time. It was a hotel in the 1800s, 1900s. Would you guys team up with us and tackle this lockdown?
In a second. I've never heard a good EVP that impressed me. Well, I like that a lot.
So, like, when you're on set and you're getting ready to do your scene and you have to kill somebody, is there ever that sick thought that goes through your head, like, man, I really do want to kill this person?
Somebody like me
that laughs a lot.
You know, I would have a built-in insanity defense if I ever did kill somebody. I don't think there's any actor ever that has killed more people on film than me.
Really?
Murdering, as opposed to killing bad guys. And I'm pretty proud of that. And yes, sometimes there's a brief thought in my mind when I'm about to kill somebody, what if I snapped and just choked out of them until they died? You know, I mean, it happens. It just, I haven't done it yet, fortunately, but sometimes you do think about that stuff.
Can you put your arms?
Yeah, right.
Did you do this while we were waiting for me to come over here?
Not this one.
This isn't your work?
Mine's better.
Is it?
Cleaner.
Yeah?
Yeah, when I kill clean.
Do you? Yeah, I've seen your work. Yeah, you like to hook people and hang them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be all right.
Okay. When you're in these movies and you're doing these scenes, do the guys get really beat up? I mean, what's it like to be, you know, strangled by Kane Hodder?
The choking part, I could probably explain.
Okay.
Like this.
All right, yes. Okay. All right.
You still conscious?
Yeah, okay.
I just got strangled by Kane Hodder, and if he didn't,
experience.
Right, it was profound. If he didn't release in probably 2 more minutes, I'd probably be dead. You know, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Growing up and even now, we watch guys like you on television, and we want to be in that movie. We want to experience what you guys experience on film, to see what it's really like to feel that rage and emotion as you're friggin' killing somebody or as you're a monster ripping his head off. And the closest thing that we can do to that is hunt demons. Now, are you afraid of ghosts?
Brother, I'm like the pit bull of the paranormal.
Yeah?
Okay? Yeah, there's nothing that scares me.
Nothing? Nothing.
Today, so far.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
You never know, man.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the first experience, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And the day it happens,
Yeah.
I'll run out crying like a little girl. And what I look forward to with you guys tonight is just, you know, working with the coolest guys in the business.
That's an exciting part for us, too. And if I was Ghost and I saw you guys coming at them, I would be scared less.
Yeah.
I think we can bring a little extra flavor on top of what you guys already do. So I think between the 6 of us, there should be some stuff happening.
Is anybody in here with us?
Do you hear that?
If you can hear my voice down there, make a noise. That's footsteps.
You hear the bell? It's 7:00 p.m. and the sun is going down. So we are getting ready to get locked down inside a place that has never been investigated before by any paranormal group at all. We are in the heart of LA. Standing right in front of me are 2 security guards that are gonna secure this entire perimeter tonight while we're locked inside. All right, guys, lock us in. Don't let us out until morning time. Got it?
Lock her up.
P.O. Pico. P.O. Pico. Sir, I want to say thank you for allowing us in your building tonight. We are here to contact you and whoever may have stayed at the hotel. And if you're the spirit that kicked the guy very violently on his back, the security guard, and made him turn in his keys, I want you to show us how hard you can kick. Because we don't have keys to unlock ourselves out. We're not going anywhere. It's time for the Hollywood Ghost Hunters to join the Ghost Adventures crew on our lockdown. We're gonna get Kane Hodder, who played Jason in Friday the 13th, R.A. Mihailov, who played Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, and the co-founder of the group, Rick McCollum, who's also an actor and a stuntman. What's up, guys? Hey. You guys sure you want to let Jason and Leatherface inside this place with us and lock down?
I love it.
Are you sure?
Awesome. I'm sure, man.
Well, there's no turning back now. Kane, what's up, buddy?
How are you?
How you doing, bud?
Good.
Strong arm around my neck. All right, what's up, buddy? Leatherface. Hey.
What's up, big guy?
This is the ultimate lockdown.
Hell yeah.
Now that we were geared up, lights off and night vision on, it was time for the 6 of us to head into the dark world underground, where Los Angeles was born into the United States.
So down here in this underground section, guys, we learned that a lot of the Chinese were basically forced to live down there. And that's why you're gonna see on the walls, there's like some stucco and plaster that's painted like pink and green. And it's really cool because it reminded us of the underground vaults in Scotland. So let's go see what happens. We don't know. We've never investigated this, but let's do it. Let's do it. My name's Zach. I got 5 other friends with me. There's somebody in here. I want you to come out and interact with us. I want you to come out and talk to us. This was one of the rooms where they said that you can see like a plaster on the walls. We try and make it the best, most comfortable place.
I'm not sure you can make this place look comfortable.
Yeah, right?
Like a damn crypt.
Doug, you want to roll on the recorder? Yeah. Digital recorder?
You guys want to do an EVP session?
Yeah, let's do it.
Our digital recorders capture EVPs, or electronic voice phenomena, which are spirits speaking within the white noise.
Let's just make sure everybody's absolutely still. And what's really cool about this is typically, sometimes we'll go off by ourselves with Nick Aaron, but now we got 6 people in here to witness an EVP session. Is anybody in here with us? I know this is probably weird because nobody has ever come down here and has actually tried to communicate with you, but we're here to communicate with you directly.
Do you hear that? Footsteps?
I just heard something right over there.
Yep. See?
Heard a new.
If you can hear my voice down there, make a noise. That's footsteps.
Did something bad happen in this room right here? It seems like it's right in here.
Locked deep in the Pico House underground tunnels, all 6 of us were feeling the spirits, and now we're eager to find more evidence.
Come down here. Moving, 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 moving. Moving, moving, moving. What's going on down here?
Oh, 6.9.
Wait, let me see.
Well, it's gone now, but I swear it was 6.9.
RA just captured a spike on his EMF detector, which measures presences and disturbances of electromagnetic energy, something ghosts can affect when they manifest.
Nothing else, sorry?
No, it was just for that brief moment of time, almost exactly where you thought you heard the footsteps.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Did you feel anything in your body at all?
No.
See, I did right after he said that. When I walked through, I felt something. That's what I was going to ask him.
All right, guys, let's be still. King, go ahead.
Is there anybody here with us now?
Wait,
You hear that?
Shh. Go ahead, Kane. Walk in there, Kane, by yourself.
Aaron, go with him.
Guys, we're gonna go investigate down here real quick, those footsteps.
Aaron, stay with him. Okay. See, I'm feeling, like, do you guys, look, shine the light on me. Put the light on me.
Look at this.
Look at this.
I'm like shaking up, like
I can feel it.
I feel like energy's being drawn off.
Do you feel it in your back?
Yes.
Yes, right in the middle of my back.
You guys are feeling it?
Yeah. Look at this. Look at our arms.
Yeah, I got it too.
On a previous investigation, we had scientific equipment validate that when our bodies react in this manner, spirit energies can be detected.
I could feel you walk up on me.
Big time. Big time.
This moved very close.
Yeah, it's really close.
So when the light's lit up, it means it's recording something.
Back up here. It feels a little uncomfortable behind me, so I'm going to back up into it more.
But you got to think, man. Who knows what happened in here? People that got chained up, you know, all kinds of stuff.
I've never heard a good EVP that impressed me, so please let me listen back on this and hear a voice responding to my questions. Did something bad happen in this room right here?
Somebody down here?
What's that?
Feel it again right here.
Rick's feeling it again, Zach. The coldness?
Yeah, right in this area. A lot cooler than the rest of the hallway.
Yeah, no, it is.
Is someone down here with us? Come on. We're not here to listen to little taps and little noises. I want to feel something hardcore.
Hold on, dude. There's no one in this hall and I can hear. Could you hear those footsteps? Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
Go right here in the middle of the hallway. Because, dude, I swear there was footsteps right here.
Was that you walking around here?
That's footsteps, dude.
It seems like it's right in here. What is this area in here? Just nothing? No, it's nothing.
It's a door.
What you have to understand is that Kane cannot see anything as it is pitch black down here. While it may look lit up, this is only because Aaron's camera is shooting in night vision.
Look around in here. What is this?
It is. And this is the room where I get hacked up and die in.
Hey, I got an alibi. We have marked this spot to show you exactly where we just captured an EVP. After we investigate this area, we are going to analyze this spirit voice right here on the spot using audio analysis software with our EVP analyst, Billy Tolley. This is also the moment that sends a shockwave down our tough friend Kane Hodder's spine. Right down here, guys, check this out. Right now we're standing, you can see this was like the underground city. These are the old openings where the actual tunnels would go through the rest of the parts of the city, where the Chinese would store things, even live down here, all kinds of stuff. So let's see if they're still down here. Ready? Do you like us being down here with you?
Is that door open up top?
I know, that's what I just said.
That's been shut.
Again!
You must want us to go in there.
Let's go right now.
Good.
As the spirits of the Pico house seemed to get a bit feisty with us, Kane and Aaron were on their own searching for evidence.
Let me just go down there by myself.
Okay.
And, you know, you can shoot from here if you want, but let me go in there with nobody else there.
You got it. Just stay in that door well so I can see you.
Okay, yeah.
Kane and Aaron were on their own searching for evidence.
Can you tell me anything about where I'm standing right now?
Why were you put in here? Was a family member of yours out in the riot?
You guys feel like, I don't know, I just don't feel
I think back there, yeah.
So do I. Let's go meet up with,
Hey. Yeah. We heard some footsteps, and then he just heard something like ruffling around or something inside that room.
It sounded like a breath or something. I just turned it off.
let's do this. Let's drop off the digital recorders to Billy.
while we go up there and investigate.
While leaving the underground section to investigate the main part of the hotel, the doors upstairs in the courtyard were again open with no explanation.
Is that door open up top?
I know, that's what I just said.
That's been shut.
Again!
Must want us to go in there.
Let's go right now. You gotta remember this place where we're going right now on the second floor. This was a flop house. This was a hotel. This place right here was a cesspool of friggin' violence, rage, massacres, and can you imagine what went undocumented?
Yeah, you can see they can't. It latches, so.
You have to actually physically turn it to open it up.
This is the same door, Kane, that I saw when we were doing interviews. I want to let you know something that just happened. We were outside this door, and as I was walking in here, I noticed this door right here was open. While I was looking at it, this door right here, this door was closed. I saw the door go like this, open, and then go.
Whoa.
Whoa. Is there somebody leading us in here? Are we supposed to come in here for something?
About provoking, no?
If I do provoke, I'll call out a certain spirit. And so, because there was a security guard that felt he was kicked very hardly in the back, let's try and call that particular spirit out. There's no right for bullies in the living or the dead. But if you want to kick us, you can kick us.
Let's see how powerful you really are. Close that door. Impress me with something. A little weak, aren't you? Weak, yes. Well, close the door. Do something.
All right, you want to try?
Kick me.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Kick me.
Maybe he only does it to people who are afraid.
Aaron, get up here.
Damn it.
What happens if you close the door?
There goes the bait.
All right. Aaron, rolling.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you not like this door shut?
We concluded our EVP session, and as we were moving to a different part of the building, something caught Rick's eye.
Did you guys just walk by a window?
No.
Because when I was standing back there, I was looking out to see if they saw anything. Yeah. There were two shapes, one right across the tank, and it was on the other side, across the way.
That's what you saw earlier, Nick.
What?
You saw that earlier. You saw a shadow walk down.
Yeah. See, there's nothing. See, right there.
And I saw one walk from back here, and then another one follow right after.
Like right here?
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys made the shadow from over there.
Yeah.
But they went this way, so I don't know if you could have made the shadow and made it go that way.
Well, let's see.
To further analyze this, we tried to debunk it by placing ourselves in the same exact spots we were in when Rick saw the shadow figures.
There's Kane in the window, and it's not even showing up here, so there's no possible way.
I swear to God, you got that thing on? I swear to God, there was two distinct people, shapes, walked one after another right this way.
What was that?
Okay.
Second floor.
You did not see that. You weren't looking in here.
Shut up, what?
That wasn't coo.
LA's Pico House had a lot of paranormal activity, so as we got ready to analyze our EVPs, we made a clever observation.
I saw him in night vision. It's like scary.
He's scary.
Dude, this is like Aaron Jr., Aaron Sr. All right, right now what we're going to do is we are going to get our analysis from Billy, who is our EVP analyst, travels around with us, does live EVP analysis right here on the spot. Let's find out where we're at on this first EVP. Get our analysis from Billy. All right, let's see here.
What?
This is the room where I get hacked up and died.
Hey, I got an alibi.
Okay, what did you
Okay,
just,
wait.
What did Kane just say? At least I have an alibi.
Yeah, because he walked in a room with me, and I was like, well, this is where I get hacked up, and this is where I'm gonna die. And then he's like, well, I got an alibi.
There's BVP right after that, so let's listen.
Right after that.
I got an alibi. What do you think that was?
It sounds like 3 syllables.
Does it sound like whispers to you, or?
It sounds like a voice.
Let me hear it again. It sounds like anything, something else.
Okay, let's listen.
I hear anything bad. Now you gotta remember, pause this for a second though. A lot of these EVPs guys are like interacting with you. Right. And it's like you said you have an alibi, and it's like the spirit's like, anything bad? Grab me my recorder. I decided to show Kane, Rick, and RA the EVP as it was actually captured by playing it back through the digital recorder's speaker. And by doing so, we could actually hear the spirit more clearly.
That's clear. See, now that sounds like anything bad.
What do you think about that? That's pretty cool. I like that a lot.
I've never heard a good EVP that impressed me.
I like that
Anything
a lot.
bad?
Anything bad.
All right, let's go to the next one.
All right.
Show them the silence and just how like an EVP will stick out like a sore thumb.
This is what gives you an advantage when you're reviewing EVP, and you can actually see the waveform. You can see when Kane talks.
Is there anyone in here with me?
And you can see when he doesn't. It's just a flat line.
You'd like to say something?
A lot of times when there's EVPs, you get all these frequency bursts.
Those little hairs,
Those
right?
little hairs on the file. Listen to this. It's full sentences. It's two spirits talking to each other. And what I get from it is a spirit saying, don't tell anyone. It goes, don't tell anyone. And then right here it says, they don't know nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
They don't know nothing.
When you were in there, did you hear anything around you at this time?
Not a thing.
No?
Also, listen to this. That's turning the recorder. That's what that sounds
That's
like.
what shuffling sounds
Yeah,
like.
this is not shuffling.
You know, the middle piece of this is really good.
Yeah.
Which one?
They don't know nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. Oh, it's
That sounds like nothing. They don't know. That sounds like somebody's whispering into the recorder.
I know.
So that's pretty convincing.
Now this one, Billy, let me see this one. This one I listened to with Billy, and it sounds like an Asian accent to
Broken
it.
English, like you can't.
Yeah. Play this one.
I want to tell them about it. I know nothing that happened.
Yeah.
Sounds more Hispanic.
Yeah,
that's what we thought. Keep in mind that it takes spirits a lot of energy to speak, and that's why we can't hear them all the time with our own ears. And even if they are screaming very loudly, the sensitivity of the digital recorder's microphone picks it up as a whisper quite often.
It's like the first two are almost like conspirators, and this guy is like, I don't know anything that's going on.
Well, guys, thank you very much for coming in, investigating with us.
Oh, it's an honor for us. We've been watching your show, and I said it before, they investigate like we do, and that's why we feel the same type of thing.
Well, let's do one last thing. So after we investigated with these three awesome dudes, we all found out that we all complement each other in certain ways in the way we investigate.
It's like father and son right there.
Yeah. Me and Kane are the aggressive, tough guys in the bunch. If you want to kick us, you can kick us.
Let's see how powerful you really are.
And then we got Nick and Rick.
You don't want to mess with us.
Not only do they rhyme, but they also sense spirits at the same time. You guys are feeling it?
Yeah, look at this. Look at our arms. Yeah, I got it too.
We're gonna do this again.
Oh, yeah.
Real soon.
Yeah.
Anytime,
One thing.
Kill it.
it was time to release Kane, Rick, and R.A. from the Pico house and continue with our investigation. We wanted to see if we could capture some visual evidence to go with the voices we had heard, so we decided to use our infrared digital still camera.
Open it and just stay on the outside. Back out. What I like about this infrared digital still camera is that I can't see these flashes. The flash is a bunch of infrared lights and it's constantly on. So I can take rapid fire pictures. So I'm trying to catch these spirits off guard. If they are sitting in these rooms, hopefully we'll be able to see them with this. That's why we're trying to do it like ambush style. Aaron, you ready? You're up.
Second floor.
I want to go through this whole place and take like 200 pictures. I want to take a picture of every square inch of this entire building.
Shut up, what?
Pigeons.
Pigeons, dude.
Jeez.
They come out and get you every time.
That wasn't coo.
That wasn't coo. Whoa, come here.
Did you guys see that?
What?
You did not see that. You weren't looking in here. Where were you looking?
I was standing at the door.
It was like weird, man. It looked like liquid.
Like liquid?
I don't know. It was weird. I'm trying to describe it. It was not like I've seen before. It wasn't like a light. It was like a black light. It had like a purplish glow, but it was weird. It was like it moved. It like shape shifted.
What I saw was also captured on our infrared still camera. In this first photo, you can clearly see a black mass in front of the window. In the second photo here, taken immediately after, this black mass has shifted its shape, exactly as I saw with my bare eyes. And in the final photo, it has completely vanished. Was this the same unexplained dark figure that Rick saw walking earlier?
Swear to God, did you get that thing on? I swear to God, there was two distinct people, shapes, walked one after another right this way. Yeah, honest to God.
The Pico house in the heart of Los Angeles transported us back in time to a city entrenched in the horror of race riots. We teamed up with the Hollywood Ghost Hunters, and the 6 of us came back with some great EVPs and still photos showing shadow figures. In the end, we feel we have validated that the Pico house is in fact a legitimate haunt. And still photos showing shadow figures. In the end, we feel we have validated that the Pico house is in fact a legitimate haunt. making all the noise? Holy oh my God! Holy
I think one of the most shocking things for me is, yes, what happened in the basement with the boards and the brick flying around, stuff like that, but it was what happened years later after that.
Tonight, some of the EVP that has the paranormal world buzzing.
This is how we met them, the EVP specialists, Mark and Debbie Constantino.
And I went down to the exact room where the brick was thrown.
with a news crew.
And if you guys did it, could you at least tell me in the recorder if you did it?
And they got a response that said, thank you, but we've done it.
My name is Zach Fagan. I never believed in ghosts until I came face to face with one. You wanted us, you got us. So I set out on a quest to capture what I once saw onto video. With no big camera crews following us around, I am joined only by my fellow investigator, Nick Groff, and our equipment tech, Aaron Goodwin. The three of us will travel to some of the most highly active paranormal locations where we will spend an entire night being locked down from dusk until dawn.
You have reached your final destination. Hell.
Raw. Extreme.
Stop! Stop running!
These are our ghost adventures. In 2004, Nick and I came to Goldfield, Nevada, armed only with a curiosity that was sparked by our own personal experiences with the afterlife. Little did we know that we would end up encountering one of the most extreme paranormal events imaginable at the Goldfield Hotel.
Is that you making all the noise? Holy oh my God!
At first, we thought we'd captured just a brick being thrown by an unseen force, but later, video analysis discovered that wasn't all, but also beams and boards levitating themselves in the opposite direction of the brick. It's that evidence from our very first ghost adventure that has us rolling into this desert one more time. Back to our roots. Back to Goldfield, Nevada, a turn-of-the-century dusty mining town that once sprung up to be the biggest in all of Nevada, and then in just 10 years withered away and died. The desert, much like the road, is like a second home to us. It's Mother Nature at her most beautiful, and if you look closely, her most terrifying all at once. As the familiar heat bars emanate from the scorched desert floor, our mission has become clear. We will confront the hostile spirits of Goldfield once again and see if they've grown bolder or weaker in the 6 years that have passed. The desert is where our ghost adventures were born, in this ghost town that has called us back 6 years later.
Wow, man, this place brings back memories. We're gonna be doing lockdown in 2 different locations here. The Nixon Building and the Santa Fe Saloon, an old Wild West saloon riddled with bullet holes.
Look at that. There's the whole Goldfield Hotel, man. Look at how creepy that looks.
The Goldfield Hotel, the reason for our first visit to Goldfield, made an infamous appearance in the original Ghost Adventures documentary and shares historical ties with the sites we'll be visiting today.
This is our first location of 2, the Nixon Building. We can't get into the Goldfield Hotel. The owner of that place has sealed that place up, doesn't allow any more filming or anything like that. But this place, you'll even see it says Goldfield Consolidated Mines Company. This was George Wingfield's office building.
The spirit of George Wingfield, the man who ran a local mining company and is rumored to have killed a woman who was bearing his own child, is said to haunt the Nixon Building.
All right, it's time to pick your brain. What in hell happened in here?
Some of the audio that we picked up was very, very interesting. We got gunshots.
Boom.
We find out later through historical research that there was a gunshot outside the building shot.
I heard about that. Wasn't that George Wingfield?
Yeah,
shooting one of the miners.
In the early 20th century, the wealthy and powerful George Wingfield controlled most of the mining in the area, and he ruled Goldfield with an iron fist.
there was a riot going on outside, right?
A strike.
And he tried settling this by walking out these doors right here. Walked out these doors while they were all on strike and fired a gunshot in the air, right?
That is correct.
Did you say that you captured a gunshot or gunshots?
One single shot.
Now, one of the other EVPs that we ran into, it came across as we played it back, you silly cockroaches.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, there's a car over there.
I know, that's just what I was looking at.
There's a car over by the
Aaron,
Goldfield.
zoom in on there and see what that says.
Red.
Mr. Red's Dodge Red. Dude, I bet that's him.
I was hoping that we had immediately struck gold, and that the word red printed on the back of that truck was a reference to the Goldfield Hotel's notoriously hard to get a hold of owner, Red Roberts, who had appeared in our documentary here 6 years ago.
Should we walk up? Just get in the car. Let's go check it out. You never know.
Oh, dude.
Is this still rolling?
Yes.
Pay dirt. It actually is Red Roberts.
We are going to try our best and see if we can try and get in there for a night. So we are rolling on the cameras to just so you can watch this process.
This is really raw. You're seeing it as we're seeing it play out right now.
Hey, Red. Hey, bud. How you doing, man?
Red recognizes Nick and I right away, and to our amazement, agrees to allow us into the Goldfield for one more investigation.
Is this not gonna... I got goosebumps when he said, yes, you guys are allowed in here. That's when I was like, holy
This is
serious?
This is a HGAC moment right now, a historic Ghost Adventures crew moment.
What I'm about to say was not expected for us.
We were going to be filming the building across the street, the Nixon building, and that was going to be our lockdown. But below and behold, the owner was here when we pulled up today.
I think our selling skills worked because, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, we, now with Aaron, who wasn't here with us in our first lockdown, are going to be locked down inside the Goldfield Hotel, Part 2.
This is insane.
I didn't want our good fortune to allow us to let our guard down. Red mentions that we should check in with the Goldfield Hotel's former custodian, Virginia Ridgway. Virginia still holds the hotel's keys, along with a hefty grudge because of what she had perceived to have happened to her the last time we were in the Goldfield Hotel.
We had a ghost hunt here. We had like 150 people come from all over the country, and we brought them in like we like to do. Virginia Ridgway was there. She was in one of the rooms, and I started getting a little bit, heated a little bit.
Are you down here, you evil bastard?
And just as I said that, rocks about this big started being picked up off the floor and being thrown down by unseen forces, as witnessed by all 30 people, and they were hitting this older gentleman.
That one kind of hurt. Souvenir from the Goldfield, bombarded by rocks.
This event that was witnessed by our guests not only was as satisfying for us as what we had experienced in the Goldfield's basement, but it also seemed to have a huge impact on our guests.
Brought something back alive in me. I wanted to come see it for myself, and I didn't know that I could. And you made it possible. Kind of made a dream come true for me doing this. I appreciate it.
During that time, Virginia Ridgway said that she came into contact with two very dark entities and requested to be escorted out of the building. And she thinks that it may have been from me kind of getting heated and asking the spirits to throw things that this happened.
This is the first time I've ever been scared out of my wits in here.
I think it'd be better, Nick, since Red just requested that she's the one who let us in.
Yeah,
she has the key.
Talk to her.
I think that maybe it's a good thing for you to go down there and
I'll go
talk with her first.
Yeah.
Nick bit the bullet and took the short trek to Virginia's house. He gives me the chilling update while we drive to pick up supplies for the lockdown.
First thing she said to me when I walked in the house to talk to her about getting the keys to lock us in and stuff, when Red said go over there and talk to her, is she goes, I don't want this filmed. I don't want anyone knowing about this, but look at this. She lifted up the side of her shirt, and It was a massive bruise. She said she broke her big toe. She was literally picked up, thrown, slammed into the doors.
In the Goldfield Hotel?
At her house. She said it was the spirits from the Goldfield came down there and violently attacked her. She said the reason why she thinks the spirits came down, she said they're probably warning her that they don't want us back. I think the spirits know we're coming back. They know what's happening. I honestly think that in some weird spiritual way that this thing was kind of set up on the other side. That's just me thinking outside the box there for a second.
Like they led us to do this.
Yeah.
It's almost like this has been planned by the other side.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's weird.
This has been planned by the other side. This is too coincidental. We've been waiting for 3 hours now to confirm to do our lockdown here. Come on, Nick, just get it signed.
We're in the Goldfield.
Do you want to take a closer inside look of some of the craziest stuff that happened during our lockdown tonight? Well, go to travelchannel.com and check out our encounters videos.
We've got a problem. We're waiting for the Goldfield Hotel's owner, Red, to sign off on insurance papers that would give us the authority to shoot in the hotel tonight, and some unexpected visitors arrive.
We're running into a little bit of a problem. Again, we just told you how hard it is to get inside of the Goldfield Hotel, and we came here to Goldfield, Nevada with no intentions of investigating the Goldfield Hotel, but we saw the owner out there. He's out there right now. That's Nick behind me, and apparently it looks like he's trying to sell the building, and the people that are trying to buy the building are here right now talking to him. So we've been waiting for 3 hours now to confirm with Red, the owner, to film here, to do our lockdown here. And he's kind of giving us the cold shoulder right now, and this is the kind of stuff we've been dealing with this place. Now he's showing them the papers right now, our insurance papers. Come on, Nick, just get it signed.
Finally, we have a deal with Red, which will now allow us to fully concentrate on the task at hand. Another lockdown in the infamous Goldfield Hotel.
Jeez, man.
I know. We're in the Goldfield.
We headed out to meet a Goldfield historian at a cemetery, but found ourselves first stopping at a place far more creepy than any graveyard.
Goldfield, Nevada isn't the only weird town out in the middle of nowhere. Just driving through Tonopah, which is just a short distance away, we just stumbled on the Clown Motel. I don't like clowns. They fit into the doll category. Holy. Holy. Wait. Do you hear that?
No.
Do you hear that? Do people really stay here?
Yep, they sure do.
What is it like to work here and be around these dolls 8 hours a day?
I hate clowns too.
You don't like clowns either?
Nope.
I feel like this is a support group. He hates clowns, Nick. He hates clowns. And now I'm starting to get a little comfortable in here now. I'm putting my arm up on, I got my arm up on the desk.
You ready to take the next step? Just introduce yourself. Say, hey, my name's Zach.
It's your first step. It's the first step.
Here, hold them. I can't hold it any longer.
What's wrong with you guys?
Go
We're
sit
done.
there.
My time limit has been reached in this room.
You locked the door, right?
Appreciate it.
Right,
Thank you.
You didn't lock
Let's
the door.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. We got a lockdown to do. Let's go. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Ah! What's the story with George Wingfield?
He was the most powerful man in Nevada, but unfortunately he wasn't nice at all. And then, of course, there's the story of him keeping a woman hostage in the Goldfield Hotel. Because there was a young woman named Elizabeth who was a prostitute and also one of his many girlfriends. He had many, many girlfriends, including a wife.
And this is who I believe I came into contact with during our investigation at the Goldfield Hotel, was Elizabeth in room 109.
During our first investigation of the Goldfield Hotel 6 years ago, I documented this ball of light, which appears to be stroking my arm, in the very spot where Elizabeth was found dead almost a century ago.
She got pregnant, and he kept her hostage, kept her chained in there. And she gave birth, and either he had the baby taken out and killed, or the baby died.
Now, is it said that she passed away in the hotel, too?
Yes. Well, some stories say starvation, others say she was strangled.
So he was not very well liked.
No, he was well hated, well hated. I think he was the type of person, anybody who got in his way, he would get rid of, remove, whatever he could do.
I knew I didn't like this guy.
No.
So he was not very well liked.
Another one is a suicide. He worked there as a bookkeeper, and he killed himself.
At the hotel?
At the hotel during his shift, yes.
Really?
Really close to room 109, by the way.
Janice tells me a tale of gunplay involving an ex-con named Curly Joe. Joe was found dead in the Goldfield by his wife while awaiting a court date.
And I think the wife and maybe one of the sheriffs or something actually helped him into the next world.
Mark and Debbie Constantino capture EVPs like no one else we know. We wanted their expertise at our side for this amazing lockdown.
This is a monumental occasion, a moment. We are getting ready to get locked down inside the Goldfield Hotel. And what's really weird is we are going to allow Mark and Debbie Constantino, EVP experts, specialists, they are right here. And the weird story is, one particular EVP brought us together.
We had never met you guys. We had seen the documentary, and I went down to the exact room where the brick was thrown.
With a news crew from Reno.
With a news crew.
We could hear steps and clanging coming right for us. We've got movement in the stairwell. But nothing prepared us for what we would find or hear in the basement. An earlier film crew had apparently angered the spirits to the point that a brick was thrown. Now we asked whoever was there to show us that they were real. Not a brick, just something.
And if you guys did it, could you at least tell me in the recorder if you did it?
And they said, and it was almost like a performer taking a bow. They said, thank you, but we've done it.
Could you at least tell me in the recorder if you did it? Oh, wow. Oh, I got a class A, Mark. Could you at least tell me in the recorder if you did it?
Tonight, some of the EVP that has the paranormal world buzzing.
That's one of the best EVP I've ever captured.
Ever.
Ever.
I'm feeling shaky.
Something just got thrown at me.
Holy
Guys, we hear footsteps above you.
oh my God. I just saw the guy. All right, Red, lock us in once again.
Thanks a lot, Red. Appreciate it again, buddy.
You're welcome. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Good luck.
The Goldfield Hotel is a treasure trove of unexplained voices, and Mark and Debbie Constantino are the best in the business at capturing electronic voice phenomena, or EVP.
These are the two people that captured one of their best EVPs they say they've ever captured in the basement when they were very skeptical about watching what happened with us, with the brick and the boards and everything that was thrown. Do you guys still have that actual recorder that was captured on?
We do. It's in our bag.
Grab it, please.
Okay.
We're gonna play your voice so that you can hear it.
You ready?
Yeah.
You're gonna hear Debbie's question, and then you're gonna hear the answer.
This is the actual EVP that you captured with the Reno news crew in response to what happened with us down in the basement with the brick.
And if you guys did it, could you at least tell me in the recorder if you did it?
It sounds like a stage actor from back in the day.
Yeah.
I think it's
in the
like
bow
an old
saying,
man.
thank you, but we've done it.
Yeah.
God. We've set the stage. We're back at the Goldfield Hotel. You guys ready? Let's do this. Lights off. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start this off by setting up 4 X cameras. And we got some other equipment that we're gonna put in front of the cameras as well.
REM pods detect fluctuations within the electromagnetic field when ghosts manifest near them.
And then after that, we'll focus on doing our communication. Cool? And one other thing. Yes, I am the only one wearing this mask, but I've been very, very ill lately with some respiratory issues because what we do
can be very dangerous. Breathing in black mold, asbestos, dust, contaminants. Just needed to square that away.
Well, that just goes to show you how we keep doing what we're doing.
Oh, God, not these things again.
Is that a dead bird?
Yep. What's left of it, that's the first thing we run into.
Welcome.
Right now, we are on the same level. When the last time that we were here, we were with our public ghost hunt event. And I was walking up and down this hallway, asking the spirits to give us a sign, throw something for us, show these people with what Nick and I witnessed in the basement can really happen here. And after I said, whoa.
Something just got thrown at me.
I heard it.
It like bounced off me. It came from back of the stairs and hit me in the back.
You tell us, is it just coincidence that while I was telling the story about rocks being picked up and thrown by themselves during our public event, Nick got hit in the back with a rock that was thrown up the stairs? You can even hear the rock hit the floor.
and after I said, whoa.
We tried to debunk this as possibly something falling from the ceiling, but as we looked directly above where the rock was heard hitting the floor, there was nothing but wooden beams and no loose or crumbly concrete. And where Nick was hit in the back by this rock also tells us that the trajectory was horizontal. Once Nick was hit with a rock, it becomes clear that it's time to set up our X cameras. While doing so, I see what appears to be a dark figure at the end of the hallway on the 3rd floor. Aaron, Mark, and Debbie are directly beneath us on the 2nd floor, and terrifyingly can hear footsteps heading directly towards Nick and I.
Dude, there's someone walking to you guys. I can hear it from down here.
And just to document that all the windows are... Holy...
What makes this very interesting is that Aaron, Debbie, and Mark were on the floor directly beneath us, and they could hear these unexplained footsteps coming towards Nick and I, even though we were both standing completely still.
And just to document that all the windows are... Holy...
Hold on, we're walking, we're moving. I'm not getting a good feeling right now, actually.
Who are you?
I'm not getting... Just got hit with energy, too. You can feel this. It's crazy.
Look, just document this, that my body's picking up on this. And that's not just a cold breeze, people. This is exactly what we documented at the Stanley Hotel.
We conducted an experiment with a scientist whose equipment documented that these type feelings are a reaction to some kind of spiritual energy.
You can just feel the presence of some sort
Guys, come up here, quick.
Angry spirit. Hold on, I'm going to it. I'm going to it because I can feel this. Who are you?
We want to communicate with you.
You all right, dude?
Oh my God.
I heard it.
We're at the Goldfield Hotel in Goldfield, Nevada, and the paranormal activity is reaching a boiling point. We're in search of the source of unknown footsteps, and we commence an immediate EVP session, which is the capturing of spirit voices on digital recorders, and we pick up this intelligent response.
What they asked is, what do you want? Yeah.
What? It's a female voice.
Listen.
What do you want?
They're back. What do you want?
Yep.
I hear that.
Listen.
Wow. Dude, that one just gives you chills.
We are going to show you the exact moment when this voice was captured. Nick speaks approximately 1 second before the spirit voice is heard.
All right. You just said to us that we're back, and you asked, what do we want? We want to communicate with you.
All right, let's go. Let's move on.
Yeah, so we still have to work.
On our way back downstairs, Aaron, Debbie, and Mark decide to stay on the second level, while Nick and I continue down to the first floor to a room where it is said that a pregnant prostitute named Elizabeth died as she was chained to a radiator by George Wingfield, who built the hotel in the early 1900s. This room has a lot of meaning to us because of what we captured here on our first investigation. During that time, the feeling in this room was very welcoming and loving, but the first thing that hit us now was how that atmosphere seemed to have turned darker.
What's wrong, bro? Like how?
Just my whole stomach, everything just turned right when I walked by there. It was just like something just like came up to me or something. Do you feel that?
No.
I just felt a strong, just gust of the air just went like right through me, like right past my face and everything, man. You didn't feel that?
No. You all right, dude?
Just
Really black over here. You can't see anything. It's like in the face. How black it is.
I'm gonna turn my night vision off. That's what we're seeing. Whoa.
dude, that's up here.
That's what we're seeing. Whoa.
Dude, that's up here. Zach and Nick are downstairs. Listen.
Can you do that again?
Be careful. I'm telling you, I'm warning you right now.
Okay.
I'm not f***ing around.
This is Zach. I'm right outside room 109 with Nick.
Can you do that again?
Oh my God.
I heard it. That's what I heard that, man.
Oh my God.
I heard it. Go in and talk to her.
Elizabeth. Sweetie. Did you just cry?
You want to just roll?
Yeah.
It's much colder. Recording. All right, wait, let's talk because I think there's something right here. Are you picking anything up?
No.
Are you right here next to me?
Is there something going on with Nick downstairs? Is there somebody messing with Nick? Trying to attach to Nick?
We are going to show you now where we just captured an EVP, because in just a moment we are going to review this and other EVPs once we regroup. We want you to hear the EVPs just as we will for the first time, right here in the moment.
They do not want us in here. It's not Elizabeth. It's like there's these other like guys in here, these bad entities.
I know.
Out.
I know.
And as you were communicating with Elizabeth, I just heard like snarling.
I know, there's
like
growling. This is a different place. Especially this area than when we were here last. It seems it's gotten darker.
This is gonna blow your minds away.
Jesus. You gotta understand that this place is just different.
Yeah. I want to talk to Zach.
Renowned EVP specialists Mark and Debbie Constantino, along with Aaron, worked the Goldfield Hotel's notorious first floor for clues with their digital recorders.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Do you want to say something to us that Nick and Zach aren't here, and do you have anything you want to say about them?
We collect another EVP here that we'll review once we regroup in the hotel lobby.
Which one of us do you want to single out and communicate with?
Little did Debbie know, but they had just captured the answer to that question. It was now time for us to meet back up with them and review our audio.
This is gonna blow your minds away. We're hearing ground, we're hearing all this stuff. And listen to this EVP. Did you not hear that? Jesus.
We're talking about how we're hearing like snarls and growls in there, which we were.
I just heard like like snarling.
I know, there's
like
growling.
And it's like the spirit is like, that's correct. Like screaming it. I'm just sitting there like this. Just sit like this is so cool.
Big time.
We were flipping out, man. There was a just felt swarming around us. I know we were getting excited, but we feel like we're the old Zach and Nick where we just, it feels like we're getting really, really excited, but you gotta understand that this place is just different.
There's sometimes you just can't help but get caught in the moment.
We're like energizing the atmosphere with our emotional energy.
Exactly. It's
And they're
like
feeding
batteries
off
for
of
them.
that.
Tell them what we got. Do you have anything you want to say about them?
Oh, wait.
That was
Hey, my name.
Yeah, I heard that one. That was a good clear Zach right there. Right there, Zach on the end. You can hear Zach clear.
You can hear the I want. The want that was clear. Listen.
Yeah, go ahead. I want Zach.
I want to talk to Zach. I hear him talk. Listen.
I want to talk to Zach. Wow.
With my name being said, it was time to go back into the basement, where to this date, Nick and I received our most compelling evidence ever. As we returned to the same exact room where we experienced this, things yet again begin to move.
Listen, if you're a woman, I don't mean to be screaming and yelling.
What was that?
All right.
What was that? Something just got thrown.
Screaming and yelling.
It was metal.
It was on this metal pipes.
But this isn't at the level as on our previous investigation, and we can't verify that it is paranormal because we can't actually see what was moving around.
Was that a little stone you threw? Come on, throw something bigger. Show us that strength again.
As I sit down in the same exact spot where we captured the whirlwind of debris being thrown by an unseen force, including the brick, the beams, and even a board levitating and flying in the opposite direction of the brick towards this wall behind my back, I must admit, I feel more comfortable sitting in this spot than I did upstairs near Elizabeth's room.
They do not want us in here. It's not Elizabeth. It's like there's these other guys in here, these bad entities.
I know.
Out.
For 40 minutes, we investigate down here, trying to track down the spirits we believe we encountered in 2004. But to us, it seems all the activity was occurring near room 109, and that's where we return. Before going down to the basement, we had set up our PX device in room 109. The PX has proven extremely effective for us as a valid spirit communicator.
The PX has a 2,000-word dictionary in it. It has a phonetic generator.
Triggering that generator by using their energy, spirits can use the PX to speak to the living. The device did not make a single noise for 39 minutes, but when we return upstairs, Nick is strangely drawn to room 109, and it suddenly begins to speak.
It wasn't saying anything the whole time.
Will kill?
Yeah, I heard kill.
Did it just say will kill, Nick?
Isn't supposed to do that.
No. And now it's back on, dude. Get the out of here.
We're near the Goldfield Hotel's infamous room 109. 109 is said to be haunted by the spirit of a prostitute who had been imprisoned and possibly murdered here. We're using one of our newest pieces of equipment, the PX device. A PX device detects changes in its surrounding environment by the manifestation of spiritual energy, which in turn triggers a built-in phonetic vocabulary programmed into the device, allowing spirits to string together actual words.
Hey guys, I thought I heard what you heard.
Yeah, the PX is going off.
Can you talk to us?
Will kill?
Yeah, I heard kill.
Did it just say will kill, Nick?
Yeah.
What are you trying to tell us?
It's important to note that while the PX device is speaking, our digital recorder lying right next to the PX is also picking up unexplained voices.
Who's in there? You a man or a woman?
Did you see that? There was something like red, like female.
It just said female?
It said female.
I just said who's in there, man or a woman? You a man or a woman?
Did you see that? There was something like red. Female.
Look how black it is now.
Show them how dark it is.
That's what Nick is seeing. I'm just looking through this little viewfinder. It's pitch black.
You just said female. Are you Elizabeth?
It said hide.
It said hide?
What's gonna happen if we don't hide?
It said hide.
It said hide?
Elizabeth, don't stop talking. Are the bad people around you right now?
At this exact moment, our digital recorder lying next to the PX device captures an absolutely frightening and terrorizing voice. And we're going to have to bleep part of it.
Are the bad people around you right now?
At this exact moment, our digital recorder lying next to the PX device captures an absolutely frightening and terrorizing voice. And we're going to have to bleep part of it. Is this dark voice coming from one of the spirits that we were just referring to?
It's creepy. Really creepy right now. Guys, I don't know what it is, but we have to go back there.
Yeah.
And face where other is back there. Yeah. We're not moving. We're staying here.
It's ice.
It is freezing. I'm shaking. This is how dark it is.
You want me? Here I am.
Go into that room on your left.
Where Virginia said she got thrown up against a wall.
Yeah.
And I was picked up under the arms. I could feel the pressure and slammed against this wall.
Oh, it's not right in here.
We're rolling if you want to watch.
Yeah.
You are going to listen to this EVP we just captured here when we review the recorder in just a moment.
Did you throw Virginia Ridgeway up against this wall? I want you to come out right now, and I demand you to manifest yourself.
We now begin live playback to see if we just captured any EVPs.
It says yeah.
There's a real deep, yeah, I would. Listen.
Yes, whoa. Stop.
It's the PX, it's going crazy.
Oh my God.
Wait, shh.
And now it's back on, dude. Get me out of here, dude. Don't.
Stop.
Listen.
Video.
So you saying because we captured you on video?
I think I got the chills on it.
I know.
Is it supposed to do that?
No, it only does that when something is
A
going.
high energy boost into it will make it go off.
Make your move!
I'm getting dizzy.
I am too.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Yeah.
big time.